We're back with today's relationships on this Fun Day Monday, and boy, are we about to have some fun, especially if you're not having it at home, and you know who you are. Under the covers, if you catch our drift.
In other words, if your sex life could use a little spice, you are not alone. More than 40 million Americans are stuck in sexless marriages, but we've got help, supposedly.
I don't know why they're experts, but they're here.
Yes,
Logan Levkoff is the author of How to Get Your Wife to Have Sex With You. How do you know?
How do you know, Logan?
Kerner is a sex expert and co-founder of goodinbed.com.
Well.
Yes. Where do we begin?
Where do we begin?
Isn't it? Look, a lot of people really are just kind of tired. I mean, let's start there.
Absolutely.
You work all the time. You've got kids at home. There's a lot happening. So sex kind of gets pushed to the back of the bus.
It often does, and oftentimes men and women don't communicate well. They don't understand where we're coming from. That we really want to start the day off right, and that turning us on is a 24-hour thing. We need affection. We need love. We know you're ready to go first thing in the morning. We can feel that, but we might not be ready.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was glad Logan wrote the book, because when she said that it's a 24-hour experience for sort of all the stuff out of the bedroom and part of the relationship for women to really get in the mood for sex, I think that is the kind of information that guys really need to know, but women often just don't talk about sex. I mean, women won't really say what they need to feel sexy, what they need to feel turned on.
We've been talking about the same stuff forever, and nothing changes.
But I think we also want to share our fantasies more. We want to talk more about what turns us on now, because we start to assume we know our partners, even if we've been there for 20 years.
But if you're hardwired a certain way, some women are uncomfortable saying this, that, and the other. That's just not their thing. They also think their men should be more intuitive and figure it out.
Well, that never
That's a mistake.
Happen.
That's a huge mistake.
Exactly. And you know, there have been studies that show for women, I mean, sex is a very big deal, but they're not likely to end a marriage or break up over it. But some studies, especially some recent ones, have shown that men are more likely to want to get divorced or want to break up if they're not having sex.
And yet you say that women are actually more adventurous when it comes to sex.
Women's fantasies. In the book, I interviewed hundreds of women.
Did they tell you their fantasies?
They told me their fantasies. They're all very exciting. My own husband said, do I know these women and can I meet them?
Are they slutty? What are the fantasies?
Total sluts.
Okay.
Hardly, but it's amazing what a working mom or a stay-at-home mom can fantasize about in her spare time.
And at Good in Bed, we did a survey about sexual adventurousness. We surveyed like 3,500 men and women, and the women were way more sexually adventurous than the men, which I did find really surprising, because you sort of think of your wife as not being like the naughty girl.
Well, maybe it's not with you.
We're definitely naughtier than we get credit for, that's for sure.
And some women do, they start to feel like the mom. I mean, you know, they lose that feeling.
They are the mom.
No, but I'm saying you lose that feeling of being sensual, because most of the hours of the day you're spent in that role.
When you got vomit all over you, it's hard to feel sexy.
Well,
and
it's beyond that. I mean, the minute you become a parent, you lose your name. You're not, Logan, I'm Maverick in Memphis's mom. And I think it's hard to feel like a sex goddess when you can't even remember what your name is. And oftentimes, I mean, our partners know our names, but it's really culturally we lose that kind of sexual part of ourselves. So husbands need to, partners need to wake up and
I think telling us what do we need to recognize the woman inside the mom. I mean, I found like a lot of women say that they feel sexiest after they've gone out on their own on a girls' night out and they've had fun having a few drinks and flirting, and they bring all that energy home to their husband.
Okay.
All right, kids.
Thank you for all that information.
Thank you.